Hello, my name is Zerlinda. Welcome to another Paddocks video. Today I'll be talking about reserve funds. One of the functions of the body corporate is to establish and maintain a reserve fund in such amounts as are reasonably sufficient to cover the cost of future maintenance and repair of the common property, but not less than the amounts prescribed by the minister. This requirement to establish and maintain a reserve fund is in addition to the continued function to establish and maintain an administrative fund, which is reasonably sufficient to cover the estimated annual operating costs of the body corporate. The Sectional Title Scheme's Management Regulations sets out the minimum amounts for the reserve fund in three different categories. Category 1 sets out that if the amount of money in the reserve fund at the end of the previous financial year is less than 25% of the total contributions to the administrative fund for that previous financial year, the minimum budgeted contribution to the reserve fund must be at least 15% of the total budgeted contribution to the administrative fund. Category 2 provides that if the amount of money in the reserve fund at the end of the previous financial year is equal to or greater than 100% of the total contributions to the administrative fund for that previous financial year, there will be no minimum contribution required for the reserve fund. Category 3 sets out that if the amount of money in the reserve fund at the end of the previous financial year is more than 25% but less than 100% of the total contributions to the administrative fund for that previous financial year, the budgeted contribution to the reserve fund must be at least the amount budgeted to be spent from the administrative fund on repairs and maintenance to the common property in the financial year being budgeted for. It is important to remember that these amounts are the minimum amounts required by the minister and may not reflect at all what is required in your body corporate. It's therefore important for each body corporate to prepare a written maintenance, repair and replacement plan for the common property. The reserve fund must be used for the implementation of this maintenance, repair and replacement plan. The prescribed management rules provides that certain amounts must be paid into the reserve fund. These are any part of the annual levies designated as being for the purpose of reserves or the maintenance, repair and replacement plan. Any amounts received under an insurance policy in respect of damage or destruction of common property for which the body corporate is responsible. Any interest earned on the investment of the money in the reserve fund, and any other amounts as determined by the members of the body corporate. All other body corporate income must be paid into the administrative fund. The prescribed management rules further provides that certain amounts may be paid out of the reserve fund. These are amounts paid in accordance with trustee resolutions and the approved maintenance, repair and replacement plan. Payments which, according to the trustees, are necessary for the purpose of an urgent maintenance, repair or replacement expense is one of these payments, which purposes includes, without limitation, compliance with an order of a court or an adjudicator, to repair, maintain or replace any property for which the body corporate is responsible, where there are reasonable grounds to believe that an immediate expenditure is necessary to ensure safety or prevent significant loss or damage to persons or property. To repair any property for which the body corporate is responsible, where the need for the repairs could not have been reasonably foreseen in preparing the maintenance, repair and replacement plan, or to enable the body corporate to obtain adequate insurance for property that the body corporate is required to insure. The trustees must report to the members on any such expenditure as soon as possible after it is made. The expenditure must further not exceed the amount necessary for the purpose for which it is expended, or any limitation imposed by the body corporate on expenditure, and must comply with any restrictions imposed or directions given by members at a general meeting. Thank you for watching this video. If you are a Paddocks Club member, why not discuss this matter further with us on the discussion forum?